Yo, what's going on? Throughout the course of the years, I've done videos about Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I lived there, you know, close to about 3 years. And I got caught in the hype just like everyone else, you know. So Black Hollywood, Black Mecca, you know. I say this all the time, you know what I'm saying? When I do Atlanta videos, you know, I say the same thing, you know what I'm saying? I got caught in the hype. You know, I thought it was the Black Mecca, the Black Hollywood. You know, I really thought, you know what I'm saying? I was just that naive. I really thought that once I got down there in Atlanta that, you know, problem solved. You know what I'm saying? Here I am, I'm a black man, you know, living in, let's just be real, white America. And this city right here is ran by black people. The police officers, the majority of the city is black. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, the minorities are non-black. You see what I'm saying? So I thought that the solution to all my problems, specifically racism, you know what I'm saying, would be to move to Atlanta. That area I would feel comfortable, most comfortable in. You know, I seen certain different documentaries. You know, I was listening to other YouTubers and they were like, yo, you know, black people could be able to be creative and do this and do that. And I got caught in it. So I moved my family from Charlotte, North Carolina, a place where I was most comfortable at. Straight up. I moved down to Atlanta, and the minute I got there, I signed a lease. You know what I'm saying? The minute I got there, I saw that Atlanta wasn't what it was cracked up to be. You understand? So throughout the course of years, you know, I've made these videos. It's not an agenda. It's nothing against Atlanta. It's just I don't want anyone, specifically black people, to make the same mistakes that I made. You see what I'm saying? And throughout the years that I've made these videos about Atlanta and letting people, forewarning people and letting people know not to go down there, I always see this one comment in the comment section of these videos that I do about Atlanta. Straight up. A video that I did about Atlanta just about a couple days ago. Recent. You know what I'm saying? The same comment. Well, you talk about Atlanta, but Charlotte is no different. And I'm like, let me think about this thing. When I moved back to Charlotte from Atlanta, I saw the city like I've never seen it before. You know what I'm saying? It changed, you know? And then, you know, of course, the pandemic happened. And after the pandemic, I mean, it was just a massive rush into the city. You know what I'm saying? And now the traffic is ridiculous. Like right now, Highway 77, I'm pretty sure it's backed up from South Carolina all the way up to like Remont Road, the Remont Road exit. You know what I'm saying? They're building, and I thought at one point in time when I was doing these videos about Charlotte, you know, that their infrastructure was sound, but it really isn't. What they're doing is they're building, they're building, you know, apartments, what they call them, luxury apartment homes, condos, townhouses, and houses, communities. They're building for people. They're building. How I want to put it. You know, they're housing people, but they're not building bigger highways. They're not expanding 77. They're not expanding 485. And I know some people will sit back and say that's not true, Langston. 485, they're putting express lanes or toll lanes, etc. They're not doing it fast enough. And 77, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. At the end of the day, the people are gonna pay. We're gonna have to wake up 40, 50 minutes, an hour and a half earlier to get to work. So yes, Charlotte has changed a lot. The crime has increased. You know, Southwest Charlotte and where I live at, like Whitehall and that Walmart off of South Tryon Road, somebody got stabbed up over there. You know, just a couple of weeks ago, a lady got shot in East Charlotte, and they're still looking for the killer. 32-year-old woman that went on a date. Her mom said, you know, last time I heard from her, she went on a date with this man, and next thing I know, I get the call that my daughter passed away. I could go on how Charlotte has changed for the worse. Straight up. And I'm not going to lie. I've been here for years, and I've seen the city grow. You understand? But it's not growing for the Charlotteans. Charlotte is not getting better for the Charlotteans. It's getting better for the transplants. It's getting better for the people that can be able to afford to live here. You know, rent is $2,000, $3,000 a month for a one-bedroom. This is ridiculous. Yes, true indeed. Charlotte is getting there to the point where it's like, yo, man, I'm definitely going to have to reconsider. But it is nowhere near Atlanta's BS. That's real talk. So stop it with that BS. Stop it. Has Charlotte Douglas Airport ever just not have electricity like Atlanta's? I'm not lying. When I was living there, I was about to catch a flight out. This is my word. To Nevis, West Indies. My flight was delayed. Why? Because for some odd reason, there was no storm, there was no hurricane or nothing. The lights just went out. At Atlanta's, I think it's Hartsfield, if I'm not mistaken, airport. Straight up. Just for no reason. Highway 85 goes, not straight through Charlotte, but it goes through Charlotte. It's like on the top of Charlotte, right? Has a bridge ever collapsed in Charlotte, and then we blamed it on a crackhead like Atlanta? This is my word. When I was down there, the whole bridge collapsed somewhere in Brookhaven and Buckhead. And they said that a crackhead lit some paper on fire, and this is the reason why the bridge collapsed. And then he had to turn around and say that the crackhead had nothing to do with it. But they never addressed who did it. You want me to go on? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Has it ever been when, you know, we're taking our families, those that live in Charlotte, we're taking our families to Freedom Park, right? And before we get to Freedom Park, yes, I'm going there. Yes, I'm going there. Before we get to Freedom Park, we got to explain to us, our daughters and our sons, why men are wearing dresses and dancing in the middle of the street. Like I had to when I drove through, what was it, Piedmont? I think it's Piedmont Road or Peachtree, where they have the intersection where it's rainbows and stuff. And then you got, no offense, no disrespect to the LGBTQ community, but some of you all are too flamboyant. But that's what I had to do each time I drove through that area to get to Piedmont Park. Daddy, why is a man doing like this with dresses on? Stop it. Stop it. Let's talk about a high-end mall that we have, like South Park. Are there metal detectors when we walk in South Park? Am I in fear of my life when I walk in South Park? Have there ever been any shootings inside or outside of the mall? Is the question. And if it has been, if by chance, it's definitely an isolated incident. Not at Lenox Mall. You can get shot inside the mall. You can get shot outside the mall. I think it's a 7 or 8 year old child got shot and killed by a stray bullet. As her and her mother were driving out of Lenox Mall in Atlanta. So stop it with the madness. Charlotte is definitely more safe. Charlotte has less crime. Not taking heat. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. You know, the Mecklenburg public school, the Mecklenburg public school system, and the schools are horrible, just like Atlanta's. There's some things that we balance out with, you know, Atlanta. But for the most part, Charlotte is definitely a better city. It's a safer city. You have to watch your back at all times, wherever you're at. I'll tell you, 280 all day. But let me tell you something. Where I live at, you know what I'm saying? I kind of watch my back. But when I was in Atlanta, man, I don't care where I was at. I don't care. I watch my back, my front, my left side, and right side. Stop it with the BS. Buckhead is like an uppity area. You understand? And our version of Buckhead is Ballantyne. And I feel way more safer when I go to Ballantyne, or we could say South Park as well. Way more safe in those two areas than I do in Buckhead. Stop it with the madness. We could talk about dating. We could talk about men on the DL. Yes, true indeed. There are men on the DL in Charlotte. Yes, true indeed. There are negative aspects of dating here in Charlotte, but there's never been a situation where you had a special, this is my word, on the news where there's an epidemic. Women are going out on dates in Atlanta just to eat. Straight up, this is my word. That women are tricking men into giving them a free meal because they can't eat. They can't afford it. They don't have any money. Stop it with the BS. Yeah, true indeed. A lot of people out here fake it in Charlotte. But it's not like Atlanta. Nothing like it. No comparison. Oh, they'll take pictures, you know, different angles in the mansion that they live in. And then once you befriend them, once you get into their circle, you'll find out, oh, they live in a mansion with 15 other people. That's real talk. I feel way more safer in Charlotte as a black man than I do in Atlanta. Because, see, I can get robbed, shot, and killed in the city limits of Atlanta. And then it just depends on, like, if I live in Metro Atlanta, it just depends on where I live in Metro Atlanta. I know in Marietta, I felt a certain kind of way because of the racist cops. I don't feel that way when CMPD is behind me. For those that don't know who CMPD is, it's Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. Straight up. I've ran into several cops up here and never had a problem. And if you want to talk about, well, man, I remember, you know, a couple black men got killed by CMPD up here and blah, 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 and this and that and so forth. Yes, it's happened. I'm not going to lie. But Atlanta's supposed to be a black city, right? And I can give you countless of incidents where men got shot by cops. But it's a black city though, right? It's a black city though, right? Get out of here with that BS. Yes, classism exists here, but not like it exists in Atlanta. Yes, colorism exists here. That's our version, black people, because we seem to think that we're not racist. You know what I'm saying? That's our version of, within our circle, within the black community, that's our version of racism, classism and colorism. Well, I'm going to treat you better because you're of a lighter skin. You know, we have the paper bag test. If you're darker than the paper bag, we can't mess with you. But if you're lighter than the paper bag, oh, you good. You Gucci. Stop it with the BS, man. I've lived in Atlanta and I've lived in Charlotte. I'm telling you, I feel way more safe in Charlotte than I do in Atlanta. And I hate making these type of videos because I don't want to down either city. Because both cities have their, oh man, I can't really say Atlanta has its pros. The only reason why you would say that Atlanta is like so-called black Hollywood or just Hollywood period is because, you know, the movie producers, the people, you know, they get tax breaks when they go down there. But that's the same thing here in North Carolina. They're doing the same thing in North Carolina. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yo, I don't want to trash Atlanta. I'm not here to trash Atlanta. I'm not here to be, you know, some people may call me a sellout, an Uncle Tom, and all the rest of that. Y'all don't even know who really an Uncle Tom is. You know, if you really knew the story of Uncle Tom, which, you know, his real name is Josiah Henson. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be on some I'm an Uncle Tom. But you call me an Uncle Tom, you'll say this, oh, you against black people and this and that and so forth. No. I'm against the lies. Straight up. I'm against the lies and I stand with the truth. Just that plain and simple. And a lot of times, you know, black people, when Atlanta comes up, when dealing with black people don't want to address it. Some of us know that it's a bunch of BS. When people talk about Atlanta and they talk about Atlanta in a positive way, we know that. We know it's a bunch of BS. It really is. Crime is ridiculous down there. Ridiculous. It is ridiculous, man. When I was down there, I was like, yo, man, this is my word. I already had it in mind. One day, I'm going to get robbed. I'm just going to have to be prepared for it. One day, I'm going to get robbed. That's real talk. Like, you don't have to live in Bankhead or, you know, all of these places where it's like hood. No. People were getting robbed, carjacked in Buckhead. You had motherfucking, being real, like niggas driving Bentleys. Stolen Bentleys, that is. So don't give me that, oh, Charlotte ain't no different. Oh, yes, it is. Stop it. The crime is ridiculous here in Charlotte. You know, there's a lot of things that has happened, you know what I'm saying, throughout the course of the years. And I've seen it. And I don't like it. But it is nowhere near Atlanta shit. So stop it. You're just trying to save face. For people that want to move to Atlanta, I'm telling you, if it's I guess, you know, right now, like, you know, Charlotte is popping now, you know what I'm saying? So it's the next best thing, you know what I'm saying? So if you're looking at, you know, Charlotte or Atlanta and you want to choose, hey, man, please. If you're young and you like hookah lounges, you like strip clubs on every corner, you know, you just ignorant, you know what I'm saying? You like the whole, what is that hip hop and love and hip hop. You like looking at that type of shit. You love drama. Oh, Atlanta is just for you. Straight up. But if you more like family and you don't want the fast paced like life in Atlanta, you know, you don't want a lot of people lying to you. You don't want a lot of fake people, you know, people trying to set you up. That's another thing, too, they don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? You get set up. Get robbed and shit for your shit. You want more like a family-orientated city, you know, where there's a lot less drama going on, I would say Charlotte. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. It's that plain and simple. The only reason why I'm up here talking about Atlanta and Charlotte is just to give you a little, you know what I'm saying? Little incentive or like a little bit of knowledge, you know, on the two cities. So you could determine, you know, where you want to move. At the end of the day, to each his own. I'm just telling the truth. And people seem to not like it when I do. You know, stupid shit. Like, we got dumb robbers, but man, so please tell me this. How do you break into a home and you got one of those ankle bracelets on? This is my word. This is this dumb shit that happens in Atlanta. And they have you on camera. You already violated your probation because you were supposed to be at home. They got you on camera and you're breaking into someone's home invasion. You already got locked up. You got the ankle bracelet on. You're on probation for the same shit that you're doing. I'm done. At the end of the day, it's your decision. My name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video. Peace.